I am heading off down the South Kaibab Trail.
Those bats of yours, we're not going to be anywhere near you.
It's a little bit windy. I think the temperature is about 50 degrees, so it's about perfect. And they're saying once I get down inside, I think I'm dropping down about 3,000 feet to the Tonto Trail, and the high there is supposed to be in 75 or 80. So I'm sure I'll be stripping off my clothes. Yeah, that's amazing. Getting some good grazing in there.
Yeah.
Man, this trail is amazing. Look at those switchbacks down there. The color of the sky is really nice as it's getting close to sunrise. The sun will rise to the right of the camera view. I'm facing pretty much north right now. I am hiking down, obviously down this going to come out this canyon here, and then I'll be going over kind of relatively level ground across this. That's the Tonto Trail that you can see a little line scratched into the into the dirt, and I'll be going over to here, which that noticeable line there, that's a water pipeline. I think they call it the Cross Canyon Pipeline or something. And once I get over to that trail, then I'll turn left and go up, start heading up the next canyon. There'll be Havasupai Gardens, and then I'll go up the Bright Angel Trail, which you can't see. It's behind this rock outcropping here. Now we can see the sun starting to rise, it's already rising, hitting the tips of the plateaus. Trail here is pretty amazing. Must have been an enormous amount of work to cut this trail. I think the point down there where those people are standing, I think that might be called Ooh Ah Point, because the view is so nice. This ridge here. Yeah, see the shadow of it, so it'll be in the sun the whole way. I'm sure I'll be taking off my jacket and putting on my sun hat. I see some mules down there, and I've seen plenty of those high fiber trail brownies on the trail that the trails have kindly dropped for us. Well, I'm still progressing down the trail. It's pretty steep in some sections. This would be a hard one to come back up, but I think the trail that I'm gonna come back up, which is the Bright Angel Trail, is just as hard. But I'm just about to go into the sun here, so I'm gonna put on my sunglasses and my sun hat to get ready for the long trek through the sun. Such beautiful vistas here. The trails and the views are beautiful here. So now I'm down to that point where I was looking down on the mules from up above. I don't know how long ago that was, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. So I'm making my way down. You can see the, what's that called? The Havasupai Gardens area there is probably only has another, who knows, 15 minutes of shadow maybe until the sun's shining on there. But it's so pretty down here. That deeper canyon down there, that's the Colorado River, is down inside that. Looks like pretty steep canyon walls there. I've been hiking for about exactly an hour now, and it's 7:30, 7:35, and I'm mostly in full sun by now. So that's what I read about this trail, that there's almost no shade until close to sunset. So glad that I'm doing this descent when it is still cool. You can see where the trail will go, where those people are standing. The trail follows that ridge, and then I don't know, somewhere it works its way down. I guess it'll be a pretty, yeah, gosh, I can see part of it on the side of that cliff there. I dropped my pole so I can see where it is. Yeah. The trail goes down over there. Down. Well, no, I'm in the wrong spot. Around there. So that looks like that'll be a pretty steep descent. Here's a closer view of the Tonto trail that I'll be walking across from. Once I get down this Kaibab trail, then I'll be walking across this Tonto trail that goes along there, and around here. The glare on it's hard for me to see through the camera right now, but anyway, the Tonto trail goes along there, relatively level, but it's definitely got some ups and downs, and then gets over to that pipeline that you can see along there, and I'll be turning left to Havasupai Gardens. I'm now 90 minutes into my hike, and I'm at what they call Skeleton Point. Not really sure why they call it Skeleton Point, but I suppose I could read up on that. And I looked on my watch. I've dropped down about 2,000 feet since the start of the trail. So I guess I have maybe another 1,000 1,000 feet to drop down, and then I'll start across the relatively horizontal, relatively level stretch that'll be, I think, about 4.5 miles before I start heading back up again. The views into the side canyons are really pretty. Well, now I'm just a couple hundred yards down the trail from Skeleton Point, and I can see where I'm going to be dropping down those 1,000 feet. Started down some switchbacks here, and lots of switchbacks there. Pretty amazing. Here is a view of the muddy Colorado River. I think this is my first view of it today. And I can see another spot of it over there, winding through the canyon. I will not be going down to the Colorado River today, although I've run into a few other people who are heading down to it. Oh, there goes a helicopter flying above the water. Amazing. It would be pretty amazing to ride a mule along this trail and be looking down into there over the edge, over the side of the mule. Well, it's been about 20 minutes or so, and I think I'm maybe halfway down the switchbacks. It's neat to see this part of the canyon where it widens out and is relatively level, but I've still got a ways to go till I'm down there. Here's what the view looks like now that I'm down, getting fairly low inside the canyon. And you can actually see a natural arch up there at the top of that ridge. This is not, I didn't come down this face. I came down, actually no, I take that back. Maybe I did come down this face. I don't know. It's hard to keep track where I came from. I might have come around that corner there, although I'm not sure. It's only 10 minutes till 9 now, so I guess I've been hiking, what does that make it, 2.5 hours or something like that. But already the light is pretty flat. There's still some shadows in some spots. Well, now I am at what they call the tip-off, where it drops down into the canyon, down to the river. I'm not going that way though, but I did use the nice toilets there, which have solar-powered electric fans so they don't smell bad. And I'm heading along the Tonto trail here, over and across to the Bright Angel Trail. So I guess I've come about 4.5 miles. I guess it's about that distance across here, and then another about that same distance of climbing back up out of the canyon. So this is what they call Tonto West. There is a continuation of the Tonto Trail behind me that goes to the east. This sort of heather green color of these rolling hills here. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful hike. It kind of reminds me of Hall Ranch near Lyons, Colorado, except, of course, the size of the canyon here is much larger. I stopped here for a break and noticed this rock is quite interesting. It's clearly some kind of igneous rock, but it's got this layer of crust that must have all worn away on most of the rocks. There's just a few little chunks of this crust left. Pretty neat. Yeah, here's some more of the crust in there. Very interesting. I'm really enjoying walking across along this Tonto trail. It's nice and level, so it makes for pleasant walking, and the views are really, really nice. I'm about, I think 3 hours into my hike now, and distance-wise, I've gone maybe half the distance, about six miles, I guess. Yeah, not half of the distance. I think the total distance is supposed to be 13, but time-wise, I would guess I'm maybe, I don't know, it's probably going to be a 9-hour hike, I would think, but it's really pretty down here inside the canyon. It's amazing. And this Tonto trail is having some ups and downs to get across these side canyons. I think what I'm doing is working my way on up in till I can get to a spot to cut over, and then I guess the trail goes along here. I was able to see it. I think I filmed it from much higher up as I was descending. And that white on the horizon over there, that's the that pipeline thing that they're building, the water pipeline. And there's a lot of helicopter activity. You can see them carrying large bundles of stuff, I guess construction materials or equipment or something, up and down. I'm amazed, not only are there some wildflowers here, but there's also nice green tree there. Must be some source of water. Yeah, that's amazing. This little side canyon, or this little valley, faces north and somewhat west, but the western sun is blocked by the side of the canyon, so I guess that enables it to have a little more moisture than other places. I'm amazed at how much vegetation there is in this little side canyon. It's pretty amazing. It's a little oasis with nice reeds here. Here's another little marshy area. There's actually a wet crossing, and amazing setting though. So I stopped in that second marshy area there. All the yellow and green leaves on the trees. Stopped there for, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so to refill my water bottle and have a bit of food, and actually even plug in my phone to charge it back up. And now I'm continuing along the Tonto trail here, and it's going pretty well. I don't know if you can see in the video how green this soil is here, but it makes a nice contrast with the reds in the background. Here's more of that really green soil. It's pretty neat. Again, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it shows up green on the camera. Well, now I'm almost to the end of the Tonto Trail. That is the water pipeline over there. You can see they've even flown construction equipment down here by helicopter. And I'm going to be heading up this canyon, up the Bright Angel Trail. And I will be going up. I don't know if you can see those switchbacks there, but I'm going to be going up those. Who knows? Let's see. What time is it now? Looks like it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 right now. And well, we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll make it up there to the top by 3 p.m. This is the Havasupai Gardens. I'll make my way over there now. Well, now I've reached the end of the Tonto Trail. There's a sign over there that says it's Tonto Trail is 4.7 miles long and very hot between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And I would have to agree, the last hour has been a bit too hot, even though it's late October. I'd say maybe this would be the Tonto Trail. It's really beautiful. I'd like to hike it again. Maybe around Christmas time might be a good time to come and hike it. Anyway, this is Havasupai Gardens. I think, well, we'll see. I think it's a fairly large wet area with, water flowing year round. Well, I stopped for lunch at a nice shady spot by the creek in Havasupai Gardens here. Now I'm heading up the trail. Way up there is my destination. Well, now it's about 12:30, and I think I left Havasupai Gardens about 12, I think. So half an hour up the trail. There's the Havasupai Gardens there. Fortunately, I've had a fair amount of shade. So that's pretty nice. I'm sure that wouldn't be the case if it were earlier in the year, but with the sun, the angle of the sun being farther to the south, then it, and because this is a north-facing canyon wall, then getting some good shade in here. And I don't think that represents the highest point, but anyway, going to be working my way up there somewhere. Well, I've been hiking for about 6 hours now, and I made it to the 3-mile rest house, which means I've just got 3 miles to go, and I think, I don't know, 2,500 feet maybe. Well, now I'm another half hour up the trail. I've gained a total of 2,000 feet today, and so I guess that means I have another 1,500 or so to go. And it is, I think it's a little bit after 1 o'clock, 1:10. Well, I am now approaching the 1.5 mile rest house, or 1.5 mile toilets. So it's been an hour since I was down at the 3-mile rest stop, and so I guess I have 1.5 miles to go. So at this pace, I guess I should have 1 more hour. I'm feeling pretty tired, but I think I can make it. So it's about 2 o'clock now. I actually can't remember what time it was when I did my last video, but I'm definitely farther up the trail. I guess, who knows, maybe I've got a mile to go, 3/4 of a mile, not sure. I'm another 15 minutes up the trail since my last video. Looking down on the trail there, the part that was in the shade for me, it's all in the sun now, so I'm glad I hiked that when I did. I've been hiking for 8 hours and 10 minutes. It's now 2:45 p.m. and I am at the top. There's the top right there, or I can go to the top over here, I think. But I'm going to go to this top here. So it was definitely a great hike. I don't know if I'll do it again tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, I might do it again the day after.